Hi guys and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 133, Technical Analysis Edition. Now, there were no any good news today, so we're not going to cover any news article. That's where we're just going to jump into this. Happy Sunday, guys. I hope you're having a great time tonight. I know I am for sure. I lost my notes, apparently. Here we go. Found them. Yeah, if you're catching this from live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you hit that like button, that bell, that sub, so you're notified when we go live. And yeah, if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link's in the description. Yes, it's episode 133. I just wanted to look at my notes to make sure I was at the right episode numbering. Awesome. So with that out of the way, we're gonna jump into the technicals because that's all we have for today, right? Like I said, there were not any good news articles that came out. I was looking through the news feed in a couple of sources, but nothing really that caught my eye as extremely important that should be on the news, right? Anyways, yeah, like I said, let's get on with the news, right? Or with the technicals. So, what is happening with the market, right? We had a small bounce yesterday, apparently breaking out of this small triangle that we were talking about, right? We don't have it here in the daily. We were talking about this potential being a pennant, right, on Bitcoin. And we'll get to that once we get to the Bitcoin segment. But right now, yesterday, 4.55% up, right? Money coming into the cryptosphere from an opening of 184.90 billion, closing at 193.19 billion, an 8.40 billion dollar move to the upside. Right now, moving up 0.74% again, opening at 193.54, sitting at 194.66, a 1.46 billion dollar move to the upside. So let's go look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance 70.53. Yesterday, increasing dominance, 0.51% from an opening of 70.40, closing at 70.44. Right now, 0.15% up, sitting at 70.54%. Of market cap. Again, Bitcoin getting market dominance. I'll adjust this again to include this new spike, and I'll just include that bottom. There we go. Like I said, really not liking the fact that Bitcoin is getting so much dominance again. I really want this to be better divided. It makes everything. It makes it better for everyone in the ecosystem when we're better divided, right? So again, not really liking the fact that Bitcoin is dominating so much. Let's leave it at that right now. We're still anchored up there on the top. That's fine. So let's go look at Bitcoin price. Bitcoin sitting at $7,583.08, man. Again, breaking to the upside, right? We're talking about potentially having this, right? Resistance. We broke it right out of that major downsloping channel. Breaking out today, testing right outside of that. Yesterday, we kind of closed right at that 7,531 area, right up here, right? We kind of touched to reject it a little bit. We do know we have a resistance there. Today, we actually broke above it right now. So the last couple hours, we've managed to move up still, which is good, right? Now, we were talking about this potential divergence here, right? That we saw price action to the downside. That was fine. We knew it was going to probably play out. What I'm seeing right now, though, is that we're actually going higher, right? So if I wanted to keep on tracking this, it would be done, right? Because we're actually going higher now than this previous high, right? So if I were to do that, we would be going there. And yeah, that's it. This already played out where it was supposed to, right? We had strong divergence against the RSI, and it's hidden bullish, right, from over here. So that's fine, man. We're actually higher on both, right? Even on the MACD, if I were to go all the way back here. All the way back here, we're going higher now, and we're also going higher on that price, like I said. So this shorter one that was up to here, whatever we had, right, already played out. We broke down a little bit, making a flag, pumped again. That's fine. We kind of talked about that potentially happening, right? Potentially making a flag and then trying to break or pump from there, right? But we were having indecision in the market because we were channeling for a while, and we really didn't know where we were going to break. We're within a symmetrical triangle. So if you remember, we were playing with the idea that this could have potentially been a sort of pennant, right? I deleted it a couple times. I said it was too short of a pattern, and I still believe it was too short of a pattern for it to be a pennant after that impulse up. But again, yeah, it could still be valid, right? You broke up again, that's fine. Still making positive momentum, that is also fine. Really nothing wrong with that. Going slightly higher on your RSI, but still neutral at 54.84. That's it for this on the daily. Really nothing else we can trace here, except that you're impulsing up and you're starting to upslope and consolidate, right? So that's not the best consolidation you want to see. So let's go into the 4 hours and see what's going on, right? See, we had impulse up. We have this triangle we talked about yesterday, right? I even set up in green so we could keep track of it. And we said that symmetrical triangles break either way, right? We were getting tightness of the Bollinger Bands. This was during last night's stream, or at least we were around this time frame. At least we were getting some contraction. We said we could potentially break soonish. We didn't know if it was going to be upside or downside from this triangle. We broke to the upside again. If you consider this impulse up, this would be a very, very long consolidation for that, right? So we were actually expecting it to see somewhere around here, back here. I guess we were calling it right on the 20th. Still play a whole day, still with sideways motion. You got that tightness of the Bollinger Bands, and then we got that explosive move. And that is fine, really, nothing wrong with that. The only thing I can see right now, and the only thing that I would like warn against, right, is that you're going much higher, and that is fine. There's nothing wrong with going higher on that price. It's still developing, just keep that in mind. But right now, you're going lower, right, on your RSI like that. Sorry, in your magnetic histogram. So you're creating strong bearish divergence, which would potentially mean price action to the downside, right? You're up sloping consolidation. You know, impulse up, down sloping consolidation, you should break to the upside. Impulse up, up sloping consolidation, you get tired, you get exhausted, and you break to the downside. Again, this is still on developing, so let's keep this in mind as this this positive momentum island keeps on developing, and we'll track it and see where it goes. Again, this impulse up just happened in the last 12-hour time frame or so. So let's keep looking at it. We're hitting also really high levels on that bought area, right? We're overbought at 78.40. So again, when you're overbought, you tend to want to come back into neutral zone. Same thing that happens when you're oversold, right? So here we had that nice impulse up. We could certainly see a drop happening. Just be careful with that. We're getting apparently our Santa's pump or Christmas pump for Bitcoin. Again, it's not too strong, right? We're basically back at levels from December the 6th, right? But again, we have been dropping since at least October 27th. So even though we have recovered a little bit, it's fine. Now, something that I'm considering to look at, right, is this bottom here and this bottom here. And I'll look at that in the daily right now. And I'll even go on another chart that is much cleaner to look at this, right? Are we within a percentage that we could consider this a double bottom? I'm not 100% sure, man. I'm really trying to consider that this that happened here a double bottom. I haven't called it that yet. This will be, let's see, 6,921, and we need to be within a 4%. So let me open the calculator and make sure we're within a 6% move of that. So we said the opening 6,912. 6,912 times 0.05. We want 5% at least. Will be 349.
¿Sabías que Spotify crea una playlist semanal solo?
Are we back now? Yes, we're back. Sorry, guys. I was having troubles with the stream. Apparently, I was also muted for some reason, and I haven't hit any keys to mute me. So I'm hoping I'm back here. Yeah, awesome, man. So I'm not sure if I finished Bitcoin or not, so I'm going to rerun it. Sorry, guys. I'm having trouble with the stream tonight. Like I said, man, nothing else, right? I'm not going to call that divergence from that larger time frame. It's too long of a time frame to consider. So I'm just going to leave it here as it is. Right, going like I said, you're going higher high, lower low, but it's too long of a time frame, right? Considering we're just using the 12 and 26 periods, and we're going like over like 90 some odd periods, or 80, yeah. If I consider it like just 4 round days, it'll be like 96 periods or something. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this, man. Bitcoin, nothing on the 1 hour, just overbought. Right at 80, 89, we're going higher, right, than our previous high. More positive momentum, also higher on the RSI. That's fine. What I was expecting is this to go a little bit higher, go slightly lower on that positive momentum, and also lower on the RSI, create divergence, bearish, and break down. On the 4 hours, we do have divergence developing, so again, potential price action to the downside. We talked about that one. Overbought on the RSI at 78.26, and then on the daily, nothing, right? Nothing yet. Going higher than our previous high, right? Also higher on the positive momentum and higher on the RSI. So I'm gonna go into Ethereum now. Ethereum on the daily. What's happening with Ethereum? Dominance. 1 second, guys. Ethereum on the daily, moving down. Losing dominance yesterday, 0.56%. Right now, gaining dominance, 0.36%. Sitting at 7.49% of market cap. What is happening with the price of Ethereum? Sitting at $134.21. We have not recovered as nice as Bitcoin has. We're making a higher high than our previous high, I guess, like this, whatever it was. If we wanted to go with the momentum, though, we would have to look at back here. All right, which is higher, and we're lower on the positive momentum. That's fine, but higher on the RSI, I would say, right? Let's see. If we consider this one, would be 41.34, and this would be 41.70. So yes, slightly higher, right? And here we're going lower, right? So we're creating a hidden bearish divergence right now, even though this is still starting to develop this positive momentum, and this could still go higher. This will still go higher. If we don't break this high, we will have hidden bearish divergence. Potential price action to the downside. However, it depends on Bitcoin, whether or not this is going to pump. Bitcoin has been pumping. This has been pumping, but not as strong as Bitcoin. Sitting at 41.62% of the market on the RSI, which makes it neutral, right? So I just want to make sure this is going to be here on the daily. Get rid of it on the 4 hours. There we go. And get rid of it here on the 4 hours as well. So it doesn't go and bother us on the time frame when we go there. So that's awesome. Let's go into the 4 hours, guys. What is happening on the 4 hours, man? Are we doing something? Not really, man. We're going higher than here. We're also higher, right, on that positive momentum. We're also higher on the RSI. So it's good, man. No divergence developing. No bearish divergence, right, from the larger one and previous one. So if we consider the previous island, though, that previous island being over here, we would have hidden bearish, right? We're going lower, high. Right, so from here to here we're going much lower, and from here to here we're obviously going much higher. Although this is not gonna look too pretty because I have to go through that. There you go. So again, if anything, we do have that hidden bearish developing, which would potentially mean price continuation, right? In this case, would be price action to the downside. That's what I'm looking at for Ethereum, and we wouldn't have. Yeah, we'd also have it on the other side, right? From here to here, right? There we go. So again, we would have that here to here going higher. It would make sense on this time frame. So again, but this is just one island of positive momentum. That's what I'm considering it from the previous island, right? I'm taking it from there. So again, potential, there's a potential hidden bearish, right? Sitting bought at 66.88. Let's go into the 1 hour. What is happening on the 1 hour? On the 1 hour, let's see, man. Yes, we're starting to create bearish divergence on the 1 hour, right? So again, from here to here, going higher. From here to here, going lower slightly. And on the RSI, you're also going lower, right? So again, potential strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside. Let's see how this keeps on developing. Again, it's probably going to dance to Bitcoin's tune. If Bitcoin pumps, and it probably can because it still has a pump left before we create that divergence on Bitcoin. So this might do a small pump, even though we have bearish divergence. And we'll probably create, again, double bearish divergence, which would be fine. But we'll wait for Bitcoin to do something before we call something on Ethereum. We just have this going on right now. Potential price action to the downside. That's going to be it for Ethereum on the 1 hour. So let's go into Ripple. XRP. What is happening with XRP on the daily, man? XRP yesterday losing dominance 1.54%. Right now losing dominance still 1.21%. Sitting at 4.36% of market cap. Price of XRP 19.698, so 19 cents. Let's see what's going on, man. We had a small pump yesterday, not too strong, moving to the downside right now, apparently 0.01%. Yesterday gaining 2.94%, right? Let's see what's going on here. Again, a little bit above that mid part of the down sloping channel, below that 20 MA still. Negative momentum again, lower, right? And we could still like drag these out to here, that's fine. This is the lowest low here, lowest price. We don't have it on the other side. We just had bullish divergence. We tried to pump, but failed now. Looks like an impulse down, sort of like a pennant developing. Inverse to what Bitcoin did. So again, we might pump to downside apparently. I'm not 100% sure with Ripple. XRP has not been playing as strong. Still sitting sold on the daily at 38.48. Not looking as pretty as the rest of the market. But again, let's go look at it in a shorter time frame and see if we can see something different. Let's go at 4 hours, man. 4 hours, you're going higher. Lower, right? So we'll go from here to here. And we'll go from here to here. Again, you're creating bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside. You don't have it on the RSI. On the RSI, you're sitting high on that neutral scale at 57.77, and that's it for this. There's nothing else going on, guys. Again, if Bitcoin pumps, this might pump a little bit more. However, this would indicate potential price action to the downside. We're getting a red candle right now. So let's go into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we had divergence here. We called it right, potential price action to the upside. This was yesterday. This was a stream down here. So we did get that rise still coming in from this potential divergence. Also market moving up. That's fine. Let's see what we got going on back here, man. So our previous island, right? I would consider this a previous island, right? So we would go from the high to the new high. And I'll take it from the top of the island to this low part of the island, right? And we're creating a bearish divergence. Potential price action to the downside as well. Do we have it on the RSI though? No, we don't have it on the RSI. We're going lower, right? Let me see. Where is this at? I can't see it. There we go. 71.46. 71.90. So slightly higher. We wouldn't have it there. Just on the histogram. So again, potential bearish divergence on the histogram. So again, that would mean potential price action to the downside. We're getting those red candles coming in. So we might test that mid part of the channel. If we fail, we have that 20 MA to bounce off. And if we fail, then we probably have some support down here. And then some support down here as well. The support down here would be at 19.05. Over here, we would have support at 19.24. Over here, we had support around that 19.46. Right, and the mid part of the channel will be at 19.48. Those will be targets to the downside. Again, if Bitcoin pumps, we might move to the upside. To the upside, we do have a lot of stuff we could hit. Right, we might find some resistance here around 20.45. Then resistance around 21.03, and then to try to get out of this channel at 21.2. That would be it for XRP, man. Really, I wish I could call something else. I can't. That's what the market is at. Even here. Going slightly higher, more positive momentum, that's fine. Nothing bearish there. That's it for this, man. Let's go into Litecoin. What is happening with Litecoin on the daily, right? For dominance. Litecoin yesterday gaining a little bit of dominance, 0.85%. Right now, gaining a little bit more dominance, 0.02%. Sitting at 1.38% of market cap. Price of Litecoin, $42.35. What happened yesterday? Well, we tried to pump, right? Failed to get higher right now. Try to pump, hit that 20 MA, rejecting, right? Looking a little bit better than Ethereum, than Ripple for sure. Look at this. Impulse down, impulse up, consolidation, impulse up again. Looking a little bit like Bitcoin, but not as beautiful as Bitcoin. XRP again. Look, that impulse up and then undoing. So indecision going on with XRP, right? Let's go back to Litecoin. I'll look at Ethereum for comparison. Look at Ethereum, right? Impulse up, dropped a little bit more, and then try to run up again, but at least hitting this previous high. Litecoin again higher than that previous high. So let's look at Litecoin again, right? Higher than that previous high, much higher. And again it's Bitcoin, right? That would be Bitcoin, much higher. So again, Bitcoin recovering like a champ. The rest of the market trying to recover, but not recovering as well. Now, what do we have going on, man? Right now, it would look like, right, that we're going lower, right, than the previous, and we're going higher, right, than the previous high. So again, hidden bearish divergence, right? But yes, also on the RSI, man, going higher. So I'll take it from here, whatever, whichever one of this ones, it don't matter, it's still the same. You know, we're going higher, lower on that high price. So again, hidden bearish divergence, potential price continuation. We're within a downtrend. If Bitcoin pumps, this will pump, but this will indicate potential price action to the downside. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 44.57. Let's go into the 4 hours. Again, this is from the daily, man. Go back to the daily time frame. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Right. There we go. Cool. We're calling for a potential price action downside. We got moved down a little bit, not too much though. Pumped again. That's fine. I'll move this for a second. I want to see where we're at here. This would be 32, 31. Very slightly lower. Yeah, whatever. Spotify ads coming in. Let's switch to, I guess, this track here. Awesome. What else? What else? Let's see this. What is happening with Litecoin, right? So I'll take this high, right? From this high to this high, you're going higher. This is the beginning of the positive momentum moves. We'll be here. So again, I'll take this one as well. We're going slightly lower again. So again, going higher but lower in the price, creating bearish divergence right now. This is still undeveloping though, so we could still create another green bar and negate this. This would be 0.31. This is 32. We're almost neutral. If we get to neutral, right, like that, we will create a different kind of divergence though. It'll just be like weak or class C or type 3 bearish divergence. Right now, we wouldn't have it on the RSI. The RSI is going higher, actually sitting at 69.58, which puts us on that bought, almost overbought. Again, like I said, recovering, but not as nice as Bitcoin, right? So let's see what else is happening here. I guess this is it, man, right? Higher, also the RSI in the short frame. So yeah, that's it for Litecoin. On the 4 hours, let's go into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we are creating divergence, right? Let me see this one here. This would be 69.75, and this would be 79, so higher, going higher also on that price, and from here to here, moving lower, even though we're going higher. So here we do have that divergence developing. Let me just make sure this stays on the 1 hour. 1 hour and get it out of the daily frames. There we go. And moving slightly lower like that, and also on the RSI, we'll be going slightly lower, right? So again, creating that bearish divergence, right? Potential price action to the downside. We got that red bar right now trying to bounce. Not sure if we finished dropping yet or not. Apparently, it's going to do whatever Bitcoin does again. Same thing as the rest of the market. If we do move down, though, we have that 20 MA to look forward to. And then if we break that, we'll have to like chart something else, right? Sitting overbought right now at 70.68. That's it for Litecoin. So let's go into Binance. Binance on the daily. What is happening with Binance on the daily for dominance? We were losing dominance yesterday. 0.91% right now, losing dominance still. 0.28, sitting at 1.11% of market cap. Binance at $13.89. 90 cents right now. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, really, I think it's a good entry point for Binance. Even though it could go lower, though, it was one of the best performing assets, right? It's still like 3 times higher than it was on December of last year. Bitcoin is only twice higher. So again, but even though it has dropped so much, you're still much better than anyone else. If you bought at the low of December 2018, which was around $4, I think $4.33 or 60 cents or something, $4.60, right? You will be sitting at $13.90, so almost 3 times higher. Again, price action to the upside last 2 days. Nice recovery. Again, not as nice as Litecoin, I believe. Also, but better than Ethereum and better than XRP for sure. Now, what do we have going on, man? We're obviously lower than our previous high, right? So I'll take this one as a high, right? Even though this is the same high as this, because it, closes here, opens right there, even though we're right. And then I can take this one, and this will be at 0.55. It'll be 0.78. So again, even slightly higher, right? So you're creating hidden bearish divergence, potential price continuation. Now where we at here also have that, right? Going higher on the RSI from this spike, going there again, same thing happening. Hidden bearish divergence, potential price continuation, and that could potentially mean price action to the downside. Just be careful with your positions, right? Let's go into the 4 hours, man. Going higher, but we're going lower within this island, right? I'll just call from here, man. That's fine. It don't matter if I go from here, whatever, man. It's still the same, right? I could go here, and that's fine. It would still be going higher, and I would go from here to here. You're going lower, creating that bearish divergence, strong. Potential price action to the downside. So I'll just make sure this stays on the 4 hour. That's fine. It's going to stay in the 4 hours. Going higher on the RSI, sitting bought at 64.35. That's it for this, guys. Nothing else happening, right? We didn't even get that strong of an impulse up. It just looked like an upwards motion, right? So, man, why? When I was in the 4 hours, I called for this to stay there. It's okay. So here's the 1 hour. There we go. And let's make sure this one stays here as well. we go. Let's go into the 1 hour. So I guess I have the one from the daily. This should be from the daily, right? Yeah, it's from the daily. Sorry guys, if I don't do this, the charts look really messy. So there we go. What's happening here in the daily, man? Going higher? Are we going higher though? Let's see. 3741. 38. Yes, slightly higher, even though we went much higher. Went slightly higher, and that's fine. We're starting to stagnate a little bit. Again, we really don't have bearish divergence up, right? Also on the other side, going much higher, more higher, in, hitting overbought at 81.11. Right now, sitting at 76.59, still overbought. Probably want to come back into that neutral zone. So that's gonna be it for this, guys. I guess we don't have a lot of people on tonight, and that is fine. I do guess it's the holidays, people are on vacations and whatever. Hope you're having a blast. I hope you're having a great Sunday, guys. I enjoy being here every night, so if you guys want me to keep coming back, yeah, try to be here for the streams, guys. It makes it much more interesting. When I'm by myself, it just feels a little bit lonely and boring, to be honest. But yeah, I do look doing this, and I like being here, so if you guys show up, I'll keep showing up, right? Yeah, it's going to be it for tonight, guys. Again, if you like what we do, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers. Let them know that we are here. I do believe that we're a good entry point for crypto. We're usually right on our calls, man. Yeah, we have been so far for whatever calls we've made so far. And I tell you the upsides and the downsides, right? So right now I'm not calling many targets. I'm not too confident with the market being what it is. Overall, even though we're pumping a little bit, still feeling a little bit bearish, especially since Bitcoin's still below that 200 simple moving average. So yeah, let's just because we're pumping doesn't mean we're outside of the bearish stuff, right? Out of bearish sentiment, out of bearish trend. So let's wait and see how this keeps on developing these next couple of days. Maybe we'll get a Christmas pump right on the 24th. I think last year we got a pump on the 24th or around that area, and we can go back and look at that on Bitcoin for around December area, right? This would be December, right? Yeah, so we got a small pump on December, right? Again, December 17th to the 25th, and then we dropped after the 25th. So again, let's see if we can get another holiday pump happening. Kind of like the same thing happening, right? On the 18th, we got that pump here on December last year. On the 17th, right? 17th, 18th, we got that pump coming in, and then the market started to go down a little bit. Let's wait and see how this develops, though. And that's going to be all for tonight, guys. Again, thanks for being here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys being here, each and every one of you that shows up for this stream. That's it for tonight, guys. Thanks for the LBL. All right. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.